The balmy night air in Jonestown was thick with something heavier than humidity. It was November 18, 1978. A palpable fear had gripped the inhabitants of this remote commune in Guyana. The air crackled with unease. Gone was the facade of utopia that had drawn over 900 followers of Jim Jones, the charismatic yet deeply disturbed leader of the People's Temple. Whispers of dissent were silenced by fear. Armed guards, loyal to Jones, patrolled the compound, watching for any sign of defiance. The once vibrant community center where Jones held his spellbinding sermons was now a place of dread. This night, the air itself seemed to scream of the impending horror.
The outside world is a cesspool of corruption. Our only escape is through revolutionary suicide.
The community had gathered for a meeting, summoned by Jones. His voice, usually strong and reassuring, now shook with a dangerous fervor. He spoke of enemies, both real and imagined, who sought to destroy their socialist paradise. Jim Jones, once hailed as a visionary, now stood as a prophet of doom. His charisma, once used to inspire hope and unity, now fueled a terrifying narrative of fear and desperation. He held the crowd in his thrall, his words their only truth. Years of manipulation had eroded their ability to question, to think critically. His gaze swept over the faces before him, searching for any flicker of doubt.
Trembling. What is happening to us?
There was Martha, a young mother, clutching her child, her face etched with terror.
Whispering, "This isn't what we signed up for."
And David, a once devoted follower, now wrestling with a growing sense of unease. They, like many others, had come to Jonestown seeking a better life, only to find themselves trapped in a nightmare. Jones spoke of conspiracies, of government agents closing in, ready to tear their families apart. He painted a vivid picture of torture and imprisonment that awaited them in the outside world. His words, laced with paranoia and desperation, resonated with the fear he had so carefully cultivated within them. Martha trembled, her child clinging to her, mirroring her fear. She had come to Jonestown seeking a haven from the racism and poverty she faced back home. Now she saw the truth in David's worried glances. The paradise Jones promised was a prison of his own making.
Fearful. We need to get out of here, but how?
David, once blinded by Jones's charisma, felt a chill run down his spine. The man's words felt hollow, his eyes burning with a disturbing light. He wanted to scream, to warn the others, but fear paralyzed him. He knew that any dissent would be met with swift and brutal punishment. The air grew thick with the smell of cyanide. Large metal vats filled with a concoction of flavor aid and poison were brought forward. Parents were instructed to administer the deadly drink to their children first, a final act of twisted love. The air was rent with sobs and pleas, a chorus of despair that echoed through the compound. The news of the Jonestown massacre sent shockwaves across the globe. Over 900 bodies, including over 300 children, were found lifeless, a grim testament to the deadly power of cult mentality. The world reeled in horror, struggling to comprehend the magnitude of the tragedy. The silence that fell upon Jonestown was deafening. The once vibrant community, now a scene of unimaginable horror, stood as a stark reminder of the dangers of unchecked power and blind faith. The legacy of Jonestown serves as a chilling reminder of the importance of critical thinking, the need for healthy skepticism, and the vital importance of recognizing and rejecting manipulation, no matter how charismatic the leader.